Hello there, guys. Welcome back to Younes Talks Football. Welcome back to a brand new video. I thought it'd be bad, right? I thought it'd be bad. But I didn't think it'd be that bad. I can't believe what I've just watched. But, I'm not gonna contradict what I said after we hired Lampard. We're here for the vibes. Hence why I'm still kicked back, relaxing. Take it easy. Take it easy. There's no point getting vexed. There's no point getting angry. We're here for vibes. The only problem with that, the one problem that I have with us being here for the vibes, I can't seem to locate the vibes. Where are the vibes? Can one of you in the comments let me know where are the vibes? I can't find it. I was here at the start of the game and I'm like, oh man, I think I feel the vibes, right? I think it's here. And then you see Lampard come out and he's gone into the dugout and I think the vibes are starting. I think they're starting. And then we started the first 5-10 minutes and I was like, okay, I think the vibes are about to arrive. And then all of a sudden, any sign of vibe left the building. And till now, I can't find the vibes. I can't find the vibes. So my initial message of, kickback, we're going to be here for the vibes. We didn't even get vibes. I knew, and I think anyone with a brain switched on, you don't need to be a football analyst to know this. You don't need to be Einstein in his prime. You don't, that rhymes, kind of. You don't need to be, a rocket scientist or to have a PhD or to have Graham Potter's Masters in Emotional Intelligence. Yeah, you don't need to, or even Frank Lampard's 150,000 IQ, because he does have that. Fair play to him. But you don't need to have any of that to know that we weren't going to see great football. We weren't going to see tactical superiority. We weren't going to see elite organisation. We weren't going to see top-tier management during the game. We weren't going to see that. That was pretty evident from the moment that we decided to go with Lampard up until the end of the season. It was obvious. But the one thing that I was holding on to, not even holding on to, that I was expecting, right? Because I wasn't expecting all of those things. What I was expecting, especially even after what we'd seen in training the last couple of days, where it seemed like the players had been put through their paces a little bit more. It seemed like, Lampard's not stood 2 kilometers away from the session, like Potter was at times. We're seeing involvement. We're seeing Sterling go to the ground and he's huffing and puffing and he's sweating his eyes out. We're seeing things that weren't seen under Potter so much. And I'm like, okay, that's good. I can't believe we're living in an age now where what's good is basically the basics in terms of what's required. Do you train hard? Are you putting your all in? Is there a manager involved in the session? Are we being put through our paces? Those are basics, but okay, we'd seen those elements in training. Okay, cool, nice, right? So up to the match day, I thought that we would get a match day where the vibes would show and players would be getting stuck in. They'd be going in for every single first ball, every single second ball. They'd be winning challenges. They'd be winning possession back frequently because they're closing aggressively. They're pressing aggressively. They're moving the ball quicker. Those things I was expecting. Now, in terms of players' movement, their positioning, combinations, I wasn't expecting much of that. But I was expecting us to be direct. I was expecting us to get stuck in, have control of the ball, dominate the game in terms of possession, and knock on the door of Wolves and let them know that, hey, we're here and we're coming to score, because if you don't let us, we're going to break you anyway. That's the vibe that I was expecting. We didn't even get that. So now I'm here having waited and expected to see vibes, I ain't got any vibes. And that was against Wolves. That was against Wolves, ladies and gentlemen, sitting in 14th, that have now beaten us. And they dominated. This is what's crazy. We went 1-0 down and they dominated all the way to the end. The goal, by the way, what a hit. What a hit that was. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Younes absolutely smashed that in a place that was phenomenal. Prior to that, that whole left-hand side, or Wolves' right-hand side, completely exposed. Completely exposed. Semedo was having a fun day out there, and then Younes put the icing on the cake. Right? We decided to start with a back four, as predicted. We went with the 4-3-3. I said this in the preview. Lampard's going to come with a 4-3-3. This is what we see. Kepa, Reece James. I told you he'd go Koulibaly and Fofana. I knew he'd go to experience. But he went with Cucurella instead of Chilwell. And I'm guessing that's because he wanted to rest Chilwell like he rested Kante. To an extent, I get it. But to the other extent, I'm thinking they're available. Yes, there's always a risk. There's a risk that I get hit by a car if I cross the road. When you think about it in that manner. If players are fit and they're available, get them going and get them into a momentum at least. The fact that Kante's not in the squad whatsoever because he's being rested was not a good decision whatsoever. At least have him in the squad. In the same way that we had Chilwell available and we brought on Chilwell later because Cucurella was put in on such a stinkfest at left back. My goodness, how bad could it be at left back? Shocking. The midfield. Enzo stuck in the 6. I mean, we predicted this was going to happen, but him being stuck in the 6 shouldn't happen. It's criminal. Kovacic always moves like Gattuso. I don't mean Gattuso in his playing career. I mean Gattuso in his managerial career, where he went to the press conference and went sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe you know what. That's Kovacic. Because today it was just not good enough at all. And then Gallagher. I'll come to Gallagher in a sec, actually. The front three, Felix, Sterling, and Kai Havertz up top. Can I just say about Kai Havertz? Is there anything to say, actually? Is there anything to say about Kai Havertz at this point? I genuinely don't think he even wants to be here anymore. This is how it's looking now. The guy is not even... I think a ghost. Kasper shows up more times than Kai Havertz now. Kasper, a ghost, is more visible than Kai Havertz now. It's just shocking. But that was the front three. Gallagher. How Gallagher made it into the starting 11 and then stayed on the pitch for 90 minutes was criminal. Absolutely criminal. But I'm here for the vibes. This is it. Gallagher brings the vibes, ladies and gentlemen. He runs like a horse. You see him running. I think if you look at the amount of kilometers he covered in today's game, we're probably looking near to 20 kms. We're probably looking close to 20. Because the guy runs and runs and runs and runs and runs. But I think he's in the wrong career. I think he's in the wrong profession. If he was running for Team GB, boy, you best believe we're getting a gold medal at the Olympics. Every single time. But that's it. Absolutely no awareness. In the same way we look at Havertz and he has no vision. Gallagher, no awareness of anything that's around him whatsoever. You might get one good action out of him. That's it. It's like the chance where he actually got through, I think it was 2 players, sent the ball off to Sterling, and then we were on a break, And instead of cutting the ball across to João Felix, who was screaming his head off, Sterling decided to cut back and give it back to Gallagher, who had 2 men in front of him. And then Gallagher, with his awareness, decided to think, let me shoot, because that's going to go past like these 2 players in front of me are ghosts. Trust me, they're not Kai Havertz. They will block the ball. They are there, right? They are not Casper. They're not ghosts. So absolutely no awareness. How Gallagher stayed on the pitch for that long, I don't know. He stayed on for the whole game. We took off João Felix, right? We shifted the entire front three. Aubameyang ended up coming on. If I'm honest, he probably should have started. I think that was pretty evident. Pulisic came on. We changed all that. We changed Cucurella, brought on Chilwell. Good decision. Maybe too late. But Gallagher stays on the pitch because Mason Mount's not on the pitch. Now we've got to give Gallagher 90 minutes every week. Because he brings the vibes. He brings the vibes. So there's that. So that's it. What else can I say? I'm not going to go into how we played and the mistakes that we... Because I wasn't expecting any tactical nuance. I wasn't expecting any premium organisation. I wasn't expecting any elite sort of tactics. No one was. It's Frank Lampard. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Lampard. What did you expect? But I was expecting a vibe, and they couldn't even give me that. They couldn't even give me the vibes. I came here for vibes. Lampard walked through the door. I was like, all right, this is what we're rolling on to the end of the season. We're going on vibes. Okay. And we're not even being given vibes. I feel robbed. I feel robbed. I feel like I've been deceived. I've been lied to. It's like I've gone into a shop and I've been sold something and I've taken it away and it's broken on the way home, and then I think I've got to take this back now. And then I'm looking back and I take the receipt and I try to go back and they don't give me a refund. Because they haven't got a refund policy. I feel robbed. I feel robbed. That is what's happened right now. And it goes back to the point, and I stick by this. Changing Graham Potter was the correct decision. Don't drop into the trap of, oh, no, you see, if we had only kept Potter, it wouldn't have been like this. No. It's not always black and white. There's always some grey in between. Sacking Potter was the right thing. Getting rid of Potter, correct. You best believe if Potter was in charge today, same result. I have to say, though, maybe not the same performance. Because even with Potter, we were talking about XG, yeah? Best believe, we were talking about XG. I mean, even Potter was saying, oh, no, McGinn's goal wasn't high on XG. Criminal thing to say. But in terms of Chelsea's XG, there were times where you look and you go, oh, no, you know what? We had chances. Yeah, we had chances. Even though everything was wrong. Potter deserved to be sacked. But don't think that, because Lampard's here and this has happened, Potter, it would have been better. No. Potter getting sacked? Correct. Getting Lampard in to the end of the season, that's what you got to be questioning. And for some people that are going to say, oh, okay, then what would we have done? What should we have done then? If we need an interim, Bruno doesn't want the job, who do you turn to? You don't bring in someone that you think's going to appease the fans, because that's exactly what the ownership have done. Don't think the owners have brought in Lampard because they genuinely think that he's going to steer it to the end of the season. They brought him in because to shut the fans up. That is it. They've shut the backlash up. Done. Everyone's on vibes. Best believe, Lampard's name was not sung after the 10th minute of that game. 10 minutes in, it stopped. We didn't hear Lampard's name at all from that point being sung by the away fans. Looks like the vibes have run out pretty quickly. They only brought him in to appease the fans. At best, what you do in that situation, you've got a reserve coach, you've got an academy coach, you've got coaches and managers that are set up within the team. Hell, even give it to Emma Hayes, but that's a joke. That's never going to happen. Albeit, do everything you can possibly do, I guess, to go and get either Luis Enrique or Nagelsmann through the door. Right now, that's prime objective number one. If they don't want it, give it to the person who's in charge of the reserves, who's going to hold it to the end of the season. Because at that point, at least you've got someone within the setup. To give it to Lampard, you just knew You just knew this was going to happen. You just knew. I thought we'd probably get a win. I said 2-1 because I thought the vibes would carry us through. We didn't even get vibes. This is where I'm feeling. I feel deceived. Bring me the vibes. I signed up for the vibes. Where are the vibes? Frank Lampard. You lot expected too much. Lo and behold, to end, we got Real Madrid next. I have to laugh because if not, I'm gonna cry. Like, it's as simple as that. We got Real Madrid at the Bernabeu. And don't forget, we played Wolves today, and that was a display. We've got to play Brighton. We've got to play Brentford. We got to play City. We got to play United. We got to play Arsenal. We got to play Newcastle. I guess the vibes, ladies and gentlemen, that we were promised. Oh, there will be vibes. There will be vibes. But I think the vibes that we were promised was actually a relegation scrap. You want vibes? I don't think you get more vibes than that at this point in the season. You're not going to get vibes in 10th. You're not going to get vibes in 9th. Hell, even 8th. Not even 7th. You're not going to get vibes there. So you know what? Get knocked out the Champions League. Fight for a relegation scrap. That's going to be the vibes that Chelsea were promised at this rate. Unless they wake the hell up. But right now, I don't see where other vibes are coming from. We are in genuine danger of dropping into a relegation scrap. I didn't think I'd say that. Because there are still, if I'm not mistaken, 8 points between us and the team below. We've got to play all those teams that I just mentioned. You best believe if teams behind us start winning games, God forbid, we wanted vibes. That could be it. So there we are. I've got nothing more to say. I've got nothing to say. Nothing. Nothing to say. As Jose said one time, I've got nothing to say. It ends here. Thank you all very much. Leave me your thoughts down below in terms of today's game. How did you see it? What are you expecting going into Real Madrid now? Oh boy, I'm genuinely contemplating whether to even watch that game because I know there's a massacre going to happen. There's going to be a massacre. It's going to be a massacre. It's going to be bloodshed. I'll see all of you tomorrow for a brand new one. Thank you all so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts down below. Hit the subscribe button if you are new. Hit that notification bell to be notified once I've uploaded for more vibes. And I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good one, people, in a bit. Take care and peace.